The UFC is back, and their first main event of 2025 is Mackenzie Dern taking on Amanda Ribas. Let's go over their recent records and see who we think is going to win this fight. Well, both of these ladies have had an up and down streak lately. Starting off in 2021, Amanda Ribas loses to Marina Rodriguez, getting knocked out in round 2, just 54 seconds. Then she decisions Virna Jandiroba in a pretty good back and forth fight. Loses to Caitlin Chikugian, now Caitlin Sermonara by split decision. I thought she clearly lost that fight. Then beats Viviana Araujo by unanimous decision. Loses to Macy Barber, essentially getting knocked out twice in that fight. Then she has a pretty nice back and forth fight with Luana Pinheiro, knocking her out in round 3, and then loses unanimous decision to Rose Namajunas. Never really had any traction in that fight whatsoever. Let's compare her to Mackenzie Dern's recent record. Starting off in 2021, Mackenzie Dern armbars Nina Nunes in round 1. Then she loses a unanimous decision to Marina Rodriguez, beats Tisha Pennington by split decision, loses to Yan Xiaonan by split decision. She decisions Angela Hill, then loses to Jessica Andrade, loses to Amanda Lemos, and beats Lupita Godinez. So if we take a look at Mackenzie Dern's record, we see a pretty strong pattern of losing to good strikers. Marina Rodriguez, extremely good and technical striker. Yan Xiaonan, also a good and technical striker. Then she fights Jessica Andrade, who is this stocky power puncher. Same kind of build as Amanda Lemos. She loses to both of those ladies. But she's able to beat Angela Hill. She's able to beat Tisha Pennington. She's able to beat Nina Nunes. She's able to beat Virna Jandiroba. She's able to beat Lupita Godinez. All of those ladies are pretty competent grapplers and don't have the best striking in the world. So it really seems like if Mackenzie Dern can at least be competitive on the feet and be able to consistently get those takedowns, she's either going to submit her opponent or win a decision through her grappling. Let's take a look at Amanda Ribas' opponents and see who she loses to. Once again, she loses to really good strikers. Marina Rodriguez, great striker. Caitlin Sermonara, good striker. Macy Barber, very good striker. Rose Namajunas, great striker as well. Amanda Ribas is a good striker, she's a good grappler, but she's not excellent at any of those things. Mackenzie Dern is a poor striker, but she's an excellent grappler, and I think that's going to be kind of the tension in this fight that we should take a look at. Let's take a look at some of their recent fights. So this is a fight that Dern had against Lemos, and in round 1, Dern is actually able to get Lemos to the ground. So let's see how she got this takedown. So they're standing. Turn this to 0.25 speed just so we could possibly avoid some of this copyright striking. Big overhand right from Lemos. Dern ducks underneath it, and that's actually a really good takedown. Dern has struggled with takedowns, but that was an example of a good takedown that she had. Let's take a look at Amanda Ribas versus Luana Pinheiro. This is in round 3 of their fight, and I just think it's interesting because Amanda Ribas does not have the best takedown defense in the world. So she goes in for her head kick. Pinheiro takes it, keeps coming forward. Ribas is the one that gets the body lock, drives Pinheiro into the fence. And then we can see that Pinheiro grabs this headlock, steps on the outside, and does a hip throw, throwing Ribas to the ground. And this is going to be a struggle for Ribas. Ribas is going to have to engage in the clinch, which she likes doing, and avoid getting tangled up in Mackenzie Dern's grappling. So we have this hip throw, and Ribas just gets spun to the ground. And this is the thing, even in fights that Ribas wins, like the Virna Jandiroba fight, like this Luana Pinheiro fight, she does get tangled up in the grappling a lot. And I think that's going to be a difficult situation for her to deal with when she's going up against Mackenzie Dern. If we continue through this fight with Lemos. Dern has a very good first round, but then she does get hit a lot, and this is going to be something that Amanda Ribas can take advantage of. So we have this big left hook that lands, and then Dern's just completely off balance, flailing around, just falls down to the ground, and then Lemos gets on top of her. Let's just keep this in mind, though. Ribas is not going to have the power that Jessica Andrade has. She's not going to have the power that Lemos has. She's not even going to have the technical skills that Caitlin Chikugian had, or Rose Namajunas has, or Yan Xiaonan. All of those strikers are women that have beaten Amanda Ribas in the past. So we know that she's not technically proficient as fighters like Marina Rodriguez or Caitlin Sermonara. And ultimately, that's going to lead to my prediction of this fight. Well, I think that the fight is going to be a close fight. Neither of these ladies has enough power to put down the other one. Neither of them has a big edge in the grappling skills in order to beat the other person and submit them. But what I do think that they have is an ability for Mackenzie Dern to stick to Amanda Ribas and win rounds that way. And I'm going to go with Mackenzie Dern winning against Amanda Ribas by decision. Or maybe Ribas will just knock her out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next week.